Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. I've got a friend sitting over here that's just I've been dying to meet. He's been a subscriber of ours since the early days of us starting our channel, and we've subscribed to him. He was subscriber number 4 or 5 or somewhere right in that area, and he has made his way down to South Mississippi. And I am just ecstatic about that because he's been a very good friend of mine since the early beginning of our channel. Been a faithful watcher. We've been a faithful watcher of his. And we've both been wanting to meet one another. And he has finally made it down this way. And I am fixing to sit down here in this chair right here with a very close friend of mine. And that's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead. And he's going to be joining me here in just a minute. Okay, y'all. We're here at Deep South Homestead. We've got Daniel from Arms Family with us here, visiting.
Yeah, we were just passing through. We were went on a little family, just family. My wife and I and 2 other friends went down to Pensacola Beach and went fishing. We've got a friend down there that's got a nice little boat. We go out and go fishing just as a getaway, and the weather didn't cooperate today at all, so we were kind of sightseeing. So I figured I would message you guys and stop by and say hi.
Cool. We're glad to have you here today. I guess you're learning the old saying in South Mississippi is if you don't like the weather, stick around, it'll change.
Well, it's about the same in Oklahoma.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So some things are not territorial, and they're all over the place.
It's
okay.
all over.
Well, what do you think about the heat and everything down here? Is it much different?
You know what? I think the humidity is a little different. We have spurts of high humidity in Oklahoma, but I mean the heat, we're pretty well used to the heat. I mean, it's 100 degrees at home. When we leave and go towards Florida, man, it's nice down there, but you know, I think we were in probably the mid 90s when the sun was out down there.
Yeah.
But at home, it's hot. I'm not looking forward to going back to the heat. We just didn't.
Well, y'all don't get the Gulf breeze or anything like that.
Oh gosh, no.
As a matter of fact,
y'all get a hot wind.
Yeah, you get a hot wind. I think I was looking today. Y'all were under heat advisories today, even I believe.
Probably so. Yeah.
Because the whole center of the United States is just still under this big dome of heat right now, and all the way up through Missouri and Arkansas and all over Oklahoma and all everything's just been under a heat advisory, extreme heat. So I don't know if it'll ever pass.
No, it will. It'll cool off. It's almost deer season. It'll cool off.
I don't know.
Hey, October 1st in Oklahoma, deer season starts, and it's usually hot, miserable for about the first 3 weeks of deer season. Then it just, man, November.
Same thing here.
November will be here soon.
Not soon enough. So what you got going on your homestead now?
Well, apparently while I was gone, my greenhouse doors got left open, and the deer that I've been fighting in the garden, apparently they went in the greenhouse, so I lost all my purple hull peas in the garden a few weeks ago. Well, I guess a month ago now. I replanted them in the greenhouse thinking I'll get me a small patch of peas out of there. And they were flowering when I left. I was hoping to have peas
by the
time I got home, and I don't think it's going to happen. So I don't know. But Houston's got some big watermelon this year. He's been excited. That was one kind of the highlights of our garden this year is the watermelon and cantaloupe, because he'll be 4 next week, and that was what he wanted to do, was watermelon and cantaloupe.
So you're not having problems with the deer eating the watermelons or the coyotes or?
Not yet. No, they started eating on some of the vines a few weeks ago, but the watermelons that were already formed, no problems at all. The cantaloupes, I think a few of the cantaloupes the deer started getting as they would get overripe, ones that didn't get picked in time, and they just bust them open. But oh man, we picked a bunch of cantaloupes.
Down here, those watermelons, if you don't get them, the deer will take 2 bites out of the top of them.
And it's done.
And it's done. Or a coyote will come along and he'll take about 5 or 6 bites out of it, and then he'll pull it off the vine and he'll actually leave with it. And to drag it off down in the woods somewhere down there and eat it. Or a coon will come along and dig a hole in it and sit there and just completely gut it on the inside.
Yeah.
But we stick with predator control here. We leave our traps, they set year round. We never quit living our traps.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, our food is our life.
Right.
As you've seen in our cellar down there, I mean, that's how we live. We live off of our food, you know, that we raise.
It's awesome. I love it. This place is nice. You do a great job. Your cellar, everything is just different watching it on YouTube. And my wife and everybody gives me a hard time about my YouTube friends. And they were driving out here. It's a long ways. They were like, "Are you sure we need to be doing this? You just met these people on YouTube?" And I was like, "Hey, they're good people. I know they're good people."
They're good people. Well, Amanda come down here from Freedom Acres, and she came down here by herself. She came out here, and her mom and dad was a little freaky about going to somebody she met online, but
yeah,
she got here and we sit around and talked for a while, and she got a phone call and had to go to town. And I said, "Well, who are you meeting in Wiggins?" And when she called the name, they were friends of mine.
What?
They were her family.
Yeah.
And they were friends of mine. And I told her, I said, it's a small world we live in, So I'm sure if me and you sit here and talk long enough, I'll probably know somebody.
We could track somebody. I mean, between us and our friends, I'm sure we can find somebody we all know.
Oh.
But,
well, it's good that you came by, man.
Well, I sure appreciate you letting us stop by. It's good to actually meet you in person. I mean, I feel like I know you as much YouTube as I've watched everything you do around here.
That's what I told Wanda. I said, if I still traveled like I used to and worked, I said I would be at your place.
Yeah.
But I don't travel like I used to, and we're always excited because I mean it's getting to be where every month now we have somebody here from somewhere, and we enjoy it because that's our goal, is to actually create a community of people.
Yeah.
That is like-minded, because I don't know if it's where you live at. I don't know if it's like it is here. It is extremely difficult to find someone who's like-minded.
Yes, you should try what you're doing.
Yeah.
At 32 years old, and it's even harder because people
I don't know, man.
I've
done this my whole life.
But well, and you're kind of out here by yourself.
Yeah.
But people our age don't. I mean, they like. I'm telling my girl gardener, like, "When you do what?" Like Mitch told you a while ago.
Yeah.
He said, "My wife will tell you those green beans are 98 cents at Walmart. You just go buy them till they run out." And sometimes I agree because it's a lot of work to do it.
Oh, it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
When I look at the health benefits, and that's one of the main reasons Wanda and we do this, is another reason is I don't work.
Yeah. Well, you work. I promise you, you work.
Not on a public job, because when my health went down and I had to shut my company down, I was kind of panicking because I went from a big income to zero.
Yeah.
And when you got zero income, you're sitting here going, "Oh my God, how are we going to eat? How are we going to pay our electric bills?
Right.
How are we going to do this kind of stuff?" Well, I was able to do some small projects and some small jobs to keep us kind of piddling along, but we come to the realization when I married Wanda that, look, we've got to really ramp it up.
Yeah.
And that's what we've done.
And you're debt free out here on your own. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all that.
Yeah, we don't
huge
have to have
paycheck that some of us us have to have. But.
For 7 years, I made a lot of money at one point. And for 7 years, everybody says, "Danny, all the money you're making, you need to be taking trips. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that." And I told them, I was like, "Nope." I said, "I have a goal in mind, and that's to be debt free."
Mm-hmm.
And I paid this house off, which was an astronomical note. I paid this house off in 7 years. All my land was paid off. I paid my trucks off, all my equipment. I paid everything off in that 7 years. And it's a good thing I did because my health broke down.
Right.
And that's what I tell people when we talk about these life-changing events that happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be something like grid down or whatever like that. It can be a health issue.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a life-changing event for your family. I mean, you think about it, if your health went away all of a sudden, then all the load would be on your wife.
Right. Absolutely. And she just recently started working again. She hasn't worked up until this year, 9 years almost? She was 9 years of a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
And
which is a
if
job.
my job, yes, well, she worked, but she didn't have a paycheck.
Right.
And if my job wasn't, just disappeared because of my health or something,
right.
Which unfortunately, what I do, I think if it was I'd still have some sort of help for
right.
medical retirement, things like
yeah.
that, but that may be a huge cut in our living.
Yeah, but I guess point being, it'd be a change of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You would quickly have to adapt.
Absolutely.
Because I know when I taught survival, one of the main things that I taught in it is when you go into an area, you got to assess the way that the situation is, and you've got to be able to make some changes and adapt to it, and then you have to overcome it.
Right.
And a life-changing event is the same way. If you have a health issue, you have to learn to adapt. Then you have to make some changes, and then you have to overcome the situation and create a new lifestyle for it. Okay. we've had Daniel from Arms Family Homestead here with us today, and we have enjoyed it thoroughly, my friend.
Oh yeah, I've had a blast. I really wish we had time to stick around. I mean, I could stay here and talk for hours and hours, but you know, we've got kids waiting on us at home. We were just on a quick trip down and just passing through. I'd love to stick around and really get to know you guys. It's a you know, an awesome thing that you have, that you've created on Facebook, that you're sharing with everybody. And I know I probably speak for, I mean, however many thousands of YouTube subscribers you have. We thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate it. It's a great thing, and we like to watch it.
Well, it's just our life, man. One of the things that I'm very appreciative of is the simple fact that you're an officer, and especially with everything that's going on in our country today. Because believe me, I think about that all the time.
The world's changing.
The world is changing. I said, these guys who lay their life on the line every day, man, thumbs up to you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
It means a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you from Deep South Homestead.